So, have you ever wondered why internet in your company is still slow, even though you've upgraded your internet maybe 5 different times in the last 3 months? You've spent hours on the phone with the current network providers, and no matter what you do, the internet is still slow. There's several reasons why this could be happening, actually. But before I go any further, my name is Marcia Bent. I'm from Think Premium JA with an exclusive partnership with IslandNet. They're a local internet voice and telecommunications provider. And I'm here to tell you that it's not just how much internet you're getting, because you can get as much internet as you want, but if you don't have a proper network structure in place and you don't have something to prioritize the amount of bandwidth that different applications get, no matter how much you upgrade the internet, it's always going to be slow. Now, this is where a lot of companies go wrong. They spend a lot of time in recruitment. They spend a lot of time running ads and doing marketing and growing and all of that good stuff, which is awesome. But the IT infrastructure literally remained the same way it did as if there was just maybe two persons working in that company. And it's quite unfortunate because guess what's going to happen? It's literally a case where everybody's devices are competing for the same internet at the same time. Imagine going through an all you can eat buffet, and instead of a line being formed at the different tables, literally everybody's just bomb rushing the table at one time to try and get what they can get as quickly as possible. Sounds like chaos, right? I mean, that anybody who's taken a JUTC bus in Jamaica can kind of relate. Or even a taxi. I remember Papi and you campus taxis. It's not fun. Not fun. Anyway, yes. Right. So if you don't have a proper network structure in place, that could also be affecting your internet. For one, you do need switches and routers at some point, especially as your business grows, and you might even want to think of an enclosure as well, because with these switches and routers, they route in, well, the routers route information to the different devices by breaking them up in IP packages or internet protocol packets and sending them across the network. And they use the internet protocol to communicate with each other. And of course, this is something that could really help to save your business a lot of issues in terms of your speed, right? No, I'm not saying modems aren't important, but you need to have routers, for example, in place to ensure that while the modem can send and receive signals from an internet service provider, you need the router to dispense the signal, the Wi-Fi signal, for instance, to the different devices on the network. You also need the router to assist in sharing that information across the different devices. And a lot of persons don't really take that into consideration, and then they wonder why the internet is so slow. Not only that, if you don't have something prioritizing which devices get what, like for example, maybe a firewall or maybe a specific server, you're going to have situations where your bandwidth is slow or your speed is slow no matter what you're doing. And I don't know about you, but the average person is not going to sit up at 3 a.m. in the morning just to try and do some work, because that's when they can get reliable internet. And even sometimes, even then, depending on what you're doing, the internet might still be very slow. So having a router, for example, to act as a gateway between a device and a computer network, and have it being placed between a switch or like a hub, for instance, it helps you to get way more out of the internet. And switches are also useful because switches help to connect devices such as a desktop or a laptop or access point to the router. And you even want to be considerate as to how many access points you have in your facility. Maybe it's a case where it's not necessarily just the Wi-Fi. You just are not able to effectively share the same Wi-Fi signal across every area in a space, because the space is either A, too big, or B, the physical structures, like for example concrete and steel walls, for instance, blocking the Wi-Fi. You're you wouldn't be able to light a candle and put it under a jar and expect that it's still going to share light throughout an entire room, because don't candles or fires rather, need oxygen, and you need to actually be able to, I don't know, at least stay lit in order to share light across the room. Imagine your Wi-Fi being the same way, and many companies actually don't take this into consideration. So having reliable Wi-Fi goes a lot deeper than most people think. It could be a case where maybe you need additional devices to share the signal. Maybe you need a network structure to have enough or have adequate devices to route the flow of information or files or whatever it is you're doing across your computer network effectively. Or you could really need something like a firewall to prioritize the bandwidth that different devices get, or even a server or something to prioritize who gets what and where. As a matter of fact, all the network threats could be affecting how well your Wi-Fi network is performing. For example, if there's a virus attacking your server, or if your server is woefully outdated, then you're going to have issues on your network as well. Another thing too, Trojan horses can also be very dangerous, and it can affect many different things. Many different things. I mean, cyber attackers have become quite sophisticated as of late, so you really want to take into consideration what you have going on in your network. And of course, you can't forget that you might just have employees who are, I don't know, doing things on your Wi-Fi network that they probably should not be doing. I mean, come on, we all know that one coworker that's watching movies during work hours on the people in Wi-Fi and don't care. Come on, we all know that one coworker. So these are things that could be affecting your Wi-Fi performance. If you'd like to learn more, you can actually reach out to me by sending me a direct message, and we can discuss having a smart hands service set up for your business, where you can have a technician come in and really assess how the Wi-Fi is being used in your network, the capacity, the existing devices that you may have to perform the different tasks, where your computer network is concerned, areas of opportunity within your computer network. Because remember, just because you grew from 2 to 200 employees doesn't mean that your Wi-Fi network should not be upgraded as well to accommodate that change. So, if this information added value to you, please like, share, comment, subscribe, share this with a friend. Hello. DM me to learn more, and comment down below and say this: I am enhancing my Wi-Fi network. Okay, so I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care, and remember to never stop dreaming. Goodbye.